Hello, Nanny Carrot here. What a funny old year it's been. We did get some rain. I got very excited by this. Trouble is, didn't last very long, and back to the dry weather again. The girls didn't like the rain very much. They tried to come indoors. It looks like Lola's looking at herself. I think she can see a reflection in the door. Anyway, wasn't going to talk about the girls. I was going to talk about the changes that I've made in the garden and going to make. So let's have a look. Oh, I can see Lola in there. I think she's probably laying an egg. Anyway, I'm starting at the bottom of the garden where I began putting in a fruit garden earlier this year, but the ground dried up so much I really don't think that anything would survive here for very long. So, after the rain, I've started mulching with wood chip, and there will be compost from those compost heaps you saw there very shakily. I put in some cuttings that I took last year, which I kept accidentally pulling out and replanting again when weeding, but they seem to be surviving. There's also random bits of plastic you can probably see, which doesn't look too good at the moment, but I'm using cut up compost bags to suppress the weeds. I need to do a bit of work here and take some of the trees down, or branches from the trees down from the side there. The trees don't belong to me, so I can't take them down, but I just want to reduce a little bit of the shadow that they're making casting over the fruit bushes. Now here you can see where I've been putting down plastic bags, and the girls have been trying to pull them up, but it seems to be working. Now there's wood chip here as well on the paths. My idea is that eventually it'll rot down and it can go on these beds, which are doing a lot better than they were. We've been attacked by all sorts of obstacles this year, not just the very dry weather, and the only thing that seems to be doing really, really well is that asparagus. The Swiss chard is now finally getting going, as I've covered it up to stop it being pecked away. The leeks are doing all right, and we've had some French beans, but not as many as last year. The cayolettes there have picked themselves up a bit after I've been squashing hundreds of cabbage white butterflies. Yuck. Oh dear, look. Oh well, serves me right for buying very cheap fleece. I'll have to pull that all up. There were seedlings in there, but they're not anymore, as you can see. What else? Oh yes, look, there's a fruit cage there that I've just bought. It was in the sale. So I thought I'm going to start replacing some of those cloches with fruit cages, and they should keep the cabbage white butterflies out. As you can see, there are some rather battered brassicas in there. Otherwise, I might just have to give up on the brassica. Oh, there's Lola. She must have laid her egg. We'll have a look later on. Anyway, I might just give up on brassicas if it doesn't work next year, because there's such hard work. There's so many pests that can get them. The leaf beetle has attacked the Brussels sprouts. Yes, I know it doesn't look like a Brussels sprout plant at all. It did at one point, but you're right, it doesn't anymore. But you never know, they might pick up. Protected very well there from the cabbage white butterfly, but the cabbage white butterfly wasn't the problem in that case. Always new things to learn in the garden. Courgettes have done okay, considering it's been so dry and there's been a hosepipe ban. Oh dear, I'm really ashamed of the Brussels sprouts. Look at them. Oh, nothing like a Brussels sprout at all. Anyway, let's move on to something a little bit more positive. Over at the other side of the garden, towards the gate, which I will try and get to now without staggering around too much, constantly watching where I'm putting my feet, that I don't tread over or fall over a chicken. You see here, there are some winter pumpkins, winter squashes rather. They look like pumpkins, but they're not the winter squashes. And they're doing really rather well, but I did put a rather thick layer of mulch down here, so it just shows you, or it showed me, that it does help. They seem to be quite large, and they've got about another month or so to ripen up. A apple. One apple on this tree. We're going to have that later, before it falls down and gets eaten. That's quite exciting. More next year, I hope. Now this bed I'm also going to start clearing. So the raspberries are here, and I didn't get any raspberries from it last year because it was either too dry or the birds got to it and I couldn't net it properly. Now on the plot, you just saw there fennel, which we did get some fennel. It wasn't too dry for the Florence fennel earlier in the year, but it's starting to go to seed now, so we need to eat that quickly. And the cauliflowers are really doing very badly. Again, me and brassicas don't do too well. Butternut squashes are coming along. And the sweet corn, this was a red sweet corn. It's done really well, and we have had some from it, and the chickens have had some from it, but it's not as nice, I don't think, as the normal sweet corn coloured sweet corn. There's some more kaleets there. You see, they're doing really well. They are worth bothering with. They are an amazing vegetable. You get such a lot from it, and they seem to withstand the harshest of conditions. Now, tomatoes here, they're doing marvellously. I suppose it's the right sort of weather for them. I will pick quite a few before it rains, just in case they swell up and split. But look, I've hardly watered those at all. So they'll be something I will grow a lot next year, especially if these conditions are going to continue. I put some cardboard down there to help the cucumbers, but I've had loads of cucumbers. Can you see one there? Look, amazing things. Considering there's so much water in a cucumber, I really can't understand how I've had quite so many. I've made loads of jars of bread and butter pickle this year. The borlottis didn't do very well, but I've had quite a few from there. In case you're wondering, they're cosmos, those great big things. Potatoes, I'm not too hopeful about those, but you never know. Might get some from there, but it's been so dry, there's not likely to be very much. That's the other sweet corn there. That has done very well. So sweet. Sweet corn are marvellous if you can catch them and cook them and eat them very, very quickly. So worth trying to grow your own. And I'm clearing the bottom of the plot because that's going to be more fruit. I hope. That's the plan anyway. So I've just remembered. I've forgotten about Lola's egg. I was going to go and get it. Oh look, there it is. So bye from Nanny Carrot. Bye.